So, Legendary Marketer is closing down. I could not believe the news. I heard it this morning. I saw Dave Sharpe's video and yeah, I couldn't believe it. And I thought I'm going to make one of my spontaneous videos. I said that's what I'm going to do on this channel. So there you go. I'm not going to edit this video. I've got a few notes and I'm just going to shoot it as it is. um to me that's big news, right? And it doesn't make me feel happy. Just to say, I'm not rejoicing, I'm not saying yeah, he told you so or anything like that. Absolutely not. I was part of Legendary Marketer. I learned a ton. Fantastic community. I met some great people there. I have a lot of respect for Dave Sharpe. Honestly, I was very active member at one point in 2019. I was a very active member in the community. I did the 30-day boot camp content challenge in it was a traffic boot camp rather in 2019. I won a prize. I've got a Legendary Marketer t-shirt that I take with me to the gym. I mean, yeah, this is pretty. It's a shock to me, and it's not a shock. This is the thing. I kind of sensed over the last year that things were not going that well. I just got a sense there's just a few things that happened that made me think maybe it's not going that well. And I believe in the autumn, Dave Sharpe stopped. I don't know, maybe it was October, November. I can't quite remember. But Dave Sharpe stopped doing Wake Up Legendary, the calls that he did every single day on Legendary Marketer business page. They were great. I mean, great live calls. And he stopped, and I thought that was kind of weird. And anyway, a few things happened, and I thought it's probably not doing as well as it was at one point, but I wasn't expecting it to close down, right? Now, okay, people have different reasons why they close down. He might close Legendary Marketer down because he's fed up and doesn't want to do this anymore, right? But Dave Sharpe's message in his video was very much, well, we doing a lot for our customers. This costs quite a bit, and not many people are turning up. And it's not the way it used to be, basically. I mean, that's what I heard. And really, what he mentioned AI, and it seems that he's experiencing what I've seen. And I made a video a few weeks ago about why I'm quitting the Make Money Online niche. You can watch it. I'll link it somewhere in a card up there. I noticed a huge shift, a new huge change in 2025, really a big change. And there you go. I think there you go. I said, in fact, in that video, that I wasn't the only one to notice that change, that I knew that some bigger companies, some bigger names, some people who are way bigger than I am in this space, way bigger, were also, let's say, maybe struggling or not doing as well as before. And there you go. This is a sort of proof. As I say, I don't know anything about Legendary Marketer's financial position or anything like that. Big disclaimer, I don't actually know why they're closing down. But what I do know is you generally don't close down a business that's thriving and doing really well. Generally, it happens. It can happen, right? Some people are just fed up. They close down. They want to pivot. That happens. But I'd kind of be surprised if that was just it, I think that definitely Dave Sharpe mentioned this thing about people are turning more to AI than to the coaching calls and stuff like that. And it's just such a shame. I mean, to me, it's really the end of an era. It really is. And it does make me think, oh my goodness, if you in the make money online space, teaching people how to make money online, you have to buckle up, right? Put your seatbelt on and expect some more turbulence, because I think we are in a very, very turbulent time right now. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. People are buying stuff online all the time. I mean, that has not stopped. Absolutely not. I would argue that more people are online than ever before at a younger age, etc., etc. Um, I have a son, a young son who's 13. He's actually not making a fortune online, but he creates content and he's making some money, not very regularly, but he's made some money, and he's got monetization. So it's absolutely 100% possible. But I think the model of buy a course that teaches you how to make money online and learn how to sell that course and make $1,000 commissions, that I think is really more or less dead, right? More or less. And I've just got to look at my notes, right? What did I say? Okay, yeah, the make money online, selling make money online products. I think that is really, really taken a nosedive. I mean, yeah, and I think that's actually sort of quite a good thing. I've never liked that. I've always thought that was really weird, and I've always struggled with it, even though I've made money selling make money online courses. But I've sort of, I don't know, I've always, well, anyway, I've just always been quite clear that I was uncomfortable with that. There's another video I made speaking out against that. I'll put that in the card as well. Was probably my most controversial video ever. And I've always been uncomfortable with that. And the way I've always done it is record the journey and say, well, if you want to learn from the same coach, from the same program as I am, then click the link, and you can join, you can buy the same course. But I never said, well, all you need to do is click my link, get the course, and then you'll make $1,000 commissions. Because at one point there was a big crowd, certainly Legendary Marketer, who was selling it like that. They were making content along those lines. And I don't think that's right. And I'm not displeased that that's stopping. But, however, Legendary Marketer was a great course. I mean, it didn't only teach you to sell the course. Far from it. In fact, I mean, when you bought the blueprints, the section that taught you to promote the course was just it wasn't a course that you bought. That was a subsection, right, in the members area. But other stuff, I mean, the courses were real courses. I mean, I learned a ton. There was all about how to do affiliate marketing, but not only, how to do coaching and consulting, how to sell your own product, how to your own product and services, how to also, there was an e-commerce module. I think I never went through that because I'm not in that. I mean, there was masterminds and stuff like that. It was definitely a really solid online education platform. That's why I promoted it and stood behind it 100%. So it's a real shame, I have to say. Now, I just have on my notes AI. I think AI is obviously, it's undeniable that many people are turning to AI instead of turning to humans, which I think is a good thing for some things, but a bad thing for others. Because the thing is, with AI's got its own little algorithm, right? And AI wants you to stay and consume more AI. So if you don't know how to use it properly, it will just tell you that you have great ideas, that you're doing great, that you're crushing it, right? And it will just reinforce what you're doing without necessarily telling you that this is not that good, or it's not good enough, or, it's not critical unless you ask it to. And if you're a beginner building an online business, or, a beginner learning a new skill, learning how to write emails, learning how to create a YouTube channel, learning how to do Instagram, whatever, then, and you don't know what to ask, and you don't know how to ask AI to teach you, then you're potentially in trouble. For other things, AI is great. I mean, of course, it's got some great sides, but I'm very, I think it's a shame that people who've bought coaching don't use it and they go to AI. I think that's a real strategic mistake. And to be honest, I see loads of people, beginners, especially in those who are struggling, they try to cut corners with AI, but that doesn't produce any results. That they just struggle. They keep struggling. So what's the point, really? What's the lesson in that? I think that's the lesson is it doesn't really work, right? Yes, it helps you create a ton of content fast, but if that content isn't converting and isn't helping you make money, build an audience and make money and build your list, well, then there's not much point. You can create as much junk as you want. So I think the proof is more or less in the pudding. The people who are really good at what they do use AI to go even faster. But because they're really good at what they do, the AI produces something really good. The beginners who are struggling, they use AI. The quality of the AI production is very low, and they continue to struggle, which is a real shame. So there you go. But there you go. I mean, people just have to use their brain, and I've said this. Many people say this. If people don't want to listen, that's that. Again, I also have taught and I teach how to use AI. It's not the problem is not using AI. The problem is just going to AI and bypassing the human element and not making use of quality coaching that you've bought, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, I'm going to talk about what now, right? Because there you go, Legendary's closing. And no, I'm not going to announce that I've got my own program that replaces Legendary. Don't worry. No. But I'm still going to talk about what now. I just wanted to say before this that I think there's a very important element that people are going to miss and are already missing. It's community. One of the things, for instance, in Legendary that was fabulous was the community. I mean, I made friends in Legendary I still have to this day. Honestly, I mean, one friend I can think of, Jonathan, I met him in 2020, beginning of 2020, where Legendary had their TikTok challenge. And we are really good friends. Like, we've collaborated, we've worked together. We have never met in real life, but we really hope so. It is a bit complicated. He's in California and I'm in Switzerland, right? But, we have fantastic, relationship. We did clubhouse rooms together. We've done loads of stuff together. And that's just one person I'm thinking of who I met thanks to Legendary. So the community was fantastic. And that's the thing. You buy a course, but you often buy a community as well. And you buy access to a community, you buy access to relationships, you mix with people who are great. And it's a real shame that's going to go away. And I think that this is what people are going to miss more and more as AI takes over more and more. The human element people are going to miss that more and more and more. And this brings me to something that I've been thinking, and is that's one thing I think I would love to do, but I don't know if people would be interested, but it's to have some kind of community where we would have a bit like I had my Sophie circle, where we would meet once a week for coffee hour. And that was just really fantastic. And then I sort of stopped because there you go, it was taking a lot of time and it was not really worth my time. But I do have a tiny little group of people who are still paying me for my time. And we meet once or twice a month. And it's absolutely fantastic, I have to say. And I do have the thought in my head, and if my mentor Dean sees this, he's going to kill me. So please don't tell him. But I do have the thought that possibly I that is something that I could offer. It's funny because I started this online journey thinking, I'm a psychologist and I've done support groups and all kinds of psychological support. And I started this online business thinking, I don't want to do psychology anymore. And funnily enough, I'm now, as my children have gotten older and my dad died 3 years ago, I'm finding that I'm getting my love for psychology again. And I'm not saying that people need therapy, right? I don't want to do therapy, but do know that one of my strengths is I'm good with people. I like people, I like relationships. I like listening to people's stories, and I remember details of people's lives, and I'm good with that. I know that that's one of my strengths, right? And I was thinking that maybe that would be something that I could do. That wouldn't be any high ticket sort of thing, but something where people pay me, I don't know, $7 or $15 a month or something to join a group where we meet every week and have a chat and try to encourage each other in this online, journey. I think that could be good. So I don't know. I mean, it's not something I'm going to create tomorrow. Obviously not. I don't even know if I will. But if you, by any chance, interested, just let me know in the comments. Just so I know, well, if there is any interest. But anyway, aside from that, what now? What I suggest, I mean, aside from that, by the way, talking about communities, obviously, the most obvious thing that I should be saying to you, right, is you can join my mentors community where I'm active in there. So, I'm still a coach at Internet Profits, which is still doing okay, touch wood. So if you want to join Dean's community, it's not a high ticket. So Internet Profits is not a high ticket course anymore. It's a community, it's a school group with training, really high quality training. And you get the community, you get the course, you get help, daily coaching if you want to use it, which not many people do, but there you go. And you have access to me every day of the week if you want to. Of course, I'm not the only one on the coaching team, but what I mean is I am answering questions every day if people send them. So obviously, if you want to join, I'm obviously going to leave a link in the description of this video. I mean, I've got to do that, right? If you're looking for a great community to join and a good course, and coaching, then you can join Internet Profits. But another thing I would say, aside from this little pitch, right? Another thing I wanted to say is, if you are building an online business, or if you want to make money online, what I feel very strongly about that you need to do is you need to get away from this idea that there are tricks and gimmicks and magic things, hacks and that you can just set a few things up and make a few TikTok videos and ching, 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 you've made money. Selling the course that taught you how to do these hacks, right? So get out of this mentality. You should anyway have not been in this mentality ever, right? But, we sold this a lot. I mean, really, it's very, very hard. I mean, I've really struggled with that. So, forget about that. Pick something. This is what Dean Holland teaches. Pick something that you're passionate about, or that you know about, or that you're learning. Something you're struggling with, something you're doing, right? Let's say you're on a weight loss journey. Pick that. You might not have lost the weight yet, but you're learning how to lose weight, how to combat menopause symptoms, how to get fitter in your 50s or in your 20s, right? How to homeschool your kids, how to cook gluten-free, how to cook keto, paleo, how to declutter your house, whatever, right? It can be something you're learning. It can be something that you've already mastered, like I'm doing with gluten-free. I've been gluten-free for 15 years, right? So that's something I know. But something like that, that's not how to make money online. And create content that is helpful to your audience and build an audience in that niche and monetize either with your own product or service, if you've already got your own product or service, or with affiliate products. You can monetize anything with affiliate products, right? I mean, okay, so it won't be high ticket. I mean, I'm not monetizing with high ticket products in my easy and gluten-free niche. But, there's literally millions of products on Amazon. And I can be an Amazon affiliate. I've got an Amazon store. So you know what I mean? There's always a way to monetize with affiliate marketing. If you're starting out, you don't have your own product. And then again, as you evolve, you can create your own product. It's not that difficult. It's not that easy. It's not that difficult. And then if you've already got your own product, then bingo, you monetize with that, right? So that's my advice to you, okay? And again, if you're looking for a good course, then just click my link below, join the Internet Profits Academy. It's a monthly membership, you can cancel anytime. And if you join through my link, obviously I'll give you a bunch of bonuses. Don't quite know what they are yet. No, yes, I give you my courses, right? The courses I've created that I don't sell anymore, I give those to you as a bonus. And I'm helpful. I mean, I help all everybody really, but in particular the people who buy through my affiliate link. So yeah, I think you know that. I mean, I don't want to sort of just pitch you this, but I think you know that. So if you join, let me know, and that you've joined through my link, and obviously I'll get you sorted. I'll give you all the help you need, but you'll get plenty anyway from Dean, from my colleague Glenn, and from myself inside of the community, on top of my bonuses. Okay, so there you go. I've got to go and get my son. And stop this video. Thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful. This is quite a refreshing format for me. Actually, I'm just jumping on spontaneously, not editing. It's cool. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you'd be interested in a low ticket, community group. Would you be interested? I mean, not too low. My time is very precious, but if you'd be interested in that, let me know in the comments. As I say, if you've got any questions, and if you're curious to know why I quit the Make Money Online niche for my own business, then watch this video next. Bye.